Hi, and welcome to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. Today's video is part 2 of this or that. So if you want to see what products that I will be showcasing in this video, then please stay tuned. Remember, in the first video, I was comparing some of my high-end products up against my drugstore products in several different categories. So I will have that video linked above. So let's jump into the other categories that I didn't get to in part 1. So my first 2 products that I would like to compare are my Clean and Clear Deep Action Cream Cleanser. And I'm comparing it against my Origins Checks and Balances. Will I choose this or that? Well, in today's video, I think if I had to choose between this or that, I definitely would choose my Origins Checks and Balances. And the reason why is because this is such a rich face wash. It says on the bottle that it's a frothy face wash, and I would have to agree 100%. This gives such a good lather when I'm cleansing my face. I do not like a cleanser that doesn't lather up, that it just makes me feel like my face isn't getting clean. And this one lathers up a lot, and you only need like a dime size of it, if that much. And when I put it on my face to cleanse my face, when I go to wash it off, as soon as the water hits it, it lathers up again. Product by Clear and Clean, to me, it's just the opposite. I picked this up when we went to Georgia on a trip with my family, and my sister and I went to Walmart, and I didn't have my face cleanser because I don't like to take it when I travel, because without a doubt, I always leave something of value in a hotel. So I didn't take my face cleanser, so I just popped in and got this travel size. Well, when we went to clean our face that night, I had to look again at the package to make sure I had purchased the right thing, because this felt like I was putting lotion on my face. It was, it's not, well, I'm not going to say it's not creamy. It is creamy. However, it didn't lather. It was just like I was putting a cream on top of my makeup. But the thing about it mostly is that it did not lather up. It just felt like I was applying a lotion already to my makeup that was already on my face that I should have been trying to wash off, but it just took several applications just to try to get the makeup off my face. So with that said, if I had to choose between this or that, I definitely would choose my Origins over this Clear and Clean, without a doubt. My next category is, let's talk about under eye concealers. I have my Ultra Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and this is what the packaging looks like. And it's going up against my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. So in this area, if I had to choose this or that, I definitely, without a doubt, would choose my Laura Mercier. And the reason being is because as I'm aging, I think I'm getting away from all of these matte under eye products. I'm tending to want to have something a little bit more creamy, a little bit more hydrating, and I'm not really opposed to a little bit luminosity underneath my eye, as opposed to something that's matte and drying. So because of that, now I have used this all the way down because, you know, I want to get my money's worth. But because of the because this is a matte concealer, I think in this category, I would choose this over that. This is long wearing. The Laura Mercier is long wearing. It is a creamier formula, and I just like the way my under eyes look underneath. Again, for the win in this category, between this or that, I definitely would choose my Laura Mercier concealer. Now let's talk about face primers. Now in part 1, I talked about a blurring primer for my pores, but in this video, I want to talk about face primers in general. So I have my Too Faced Primed and Peachy concealer, and this is a cooling matte primer. And I also have my Wet n Wild Focus Face Primer, and this is also a matte primer. So, will I choose this or that? Well, in this category of the primers, I would say the win definitely has to go to my Too Faced Primed and Peachy. And the reason I say that is because I do like the cooling effect that this primer has. And even though packaging doesn't count in this category, I just think it's so cute that to have a bottle like this that has a pump on it. I just love that. But anyway, getting back to the reason I choose this over that, even though the Wet n Wild says it's a matte primer, I find that it doesn't control my oils not nearly as well as my Too Faced does. I have used this primer until it's almost gone. I've almost finished this container. And the reason I continued to use it was just, again, because I had purchased it and I didn't want, to waste my money or just to let the product go to waste. So I continued to use it. But again, I didn't find this to be very matte whatsoever. I do like that it feels like a lotion or something very moisturizing going on my skin. But as far as it controlling oils, it did none of that. So that's why in this category, if I had to choose between this Too Faced primer or that Wet n Wild primer, obviously, if I want to control my oils, definitely the Too Faced is the winner in this category. Now let's talk about mascaras. I have my Tarte Big Eagle mascara, and this one's almost gone, and it's going up against my Maybelline Colossal mascara. Now, will I choose this or that? And in this category, I think I would choose my Tarte. I have been using this mascara for a couple of months now, and I do like the way that it builds up my lashes. My lashes are itty bitty, and I like the way that this Tarte mascara gives me a little bit of volume, a little bit of thickness to my lashes. I like the way that I don't find that it flakes on me. I don't have mascara on underneath my eyes. I just find this to be a very long wearing, very voluminous mascara. And I don't believe it's waterproof, but I just like the way that it wears on my lashes. The Colossal mascara by Maybelline also does a good job in those same areas. I just find that I haven't used this as much, but I think that this does give me volume. It does give me length. Now this will flake a little bit on me, but I still think it is a good mascara. So it's not that I don't like it at all, and I probably would repurchase this at some time, but just for everything that I'm looking for. The volume, the length, the non-flaking, the long-lasting, I would definitely choose this Tarte over that. And that being the Maybelline mascara. Let's let's talk about eyebrow setting gels. Now, in this category, I have my Brow Wow by e.l.f. And I also have my, let me see if I can still read the name of it. This is my Brow Gal. Yeah, the Brow Gal eyebrow setting. Well, it's not really a setting gel. It's a kind of like a eyebrow tint. Now, again, I have the e.l.f. and the Brow Gal. So, will I choose this or that? Now, I do remember I picked this Brow Gal up, I believe, in an Allure beauty box. And I picked this up because I kept seeing this on YouTube. After every video, it seemed like this Brow Wow by e.l.f. would pop up. So I was curious, and I went to Target and I picked it up. This was all of, I believe, $4. And I believe this is like almost $20, if not more. I do love the way both of these perform. So it's nothing against the performance of them. And obviously you're going to get more product with this Brow Gal. But what does it for me, and at first I didn't think there was anything in the Brow Wow, because when I first tried to test it on my Allure, when I was testing new products or saying new products, nothing swatch. But I do like that I don't know if you can tell, I do like that the Brow Wow, I do like the spoolie on it. It's a little bit more, this is very tiny, very small, whereas this one has a lot more, I guess, volume to it. I do like that this Brow Wow is a longer spoolie, but I just like that this one is, you know, hope I don't mess it up. I just like that this one is a little thicker as opposed to this one being so tiny. You know, I feel like it doesn't cover the whole brow, that I have to keep going up and down to get that coverage. So, and this one is very pigmented. I thought it didn't when I first swatched it on my hand in the video. I was like, I hope there's something in here. But this one is actually very pigmented. And I think, I don't know if this comes in different shades, but this is just like a dark brown on my brows. And this one is this Brow Gal is just a little bit lighter, but it still works for my eyebrow hairs. So if I had to choose this or that, in this category, believe it or not, I would choose my Brow Wow because I like the pigmentation and I like the way that the spoolie is on this product a little bit more than this one. Again, I choose this over that. The next category, we're going to be talking about eyebrow pencils. And let's see if I choose this or that. The two products that I have right now are my Fenty Beauty. And this is called the Brow MVP. And I have this one in soft black. And it's going up against my Rimmel London. That's right, I use Rimmel London. And this is my professional eyebrow pencil. Will I choose this or that? Well, let's break this down. As far as the spoolies, I hate the spoolie on this Rimmel London. I just think it's very cheap, it's hard, and I don't like it. I love, love, love the brush on the Fenty Beauty. This is a very unique design, and I love the brush on it. This is a mechanical type brow pencil. You just twist it and the brow product comes up. On my Rimmel London, you have to sharpen the pencil. So, which one do you think I will choose? This or that? You may be surprised, guys, but in this category, I actually truly like my Rimmel pencil just a little bit more than I like my Fenty Beauty. And let me tell you why. The more I use the Fenty Beauty, I'm going to tell you, to be perfectly honest, it is growing on me. But I've had this for a few months, and I didn't use it after the first couple of times because I wasn't gravitating to it. It was not one of my favorite products. And I think it's because I like a sharp point for my eyebrow pencil. The Fenty Beauty eyebrow pencil is a little rounded at the tip, whereas, and I can't do anything about it, that's just how it is. Whereas with my Rimmel London, I just keep sharpening it, and it lets me get those eyebrow strokes because it's so pointed, and I find that my brows are easier to do because the pencil is sharp. A rounded pencil, I feel like the brow strokes are a little bit more fatter. I can't get my tail just precise the way I like it that often with the Fenty. But again, I think I'm getting used to using it. And so sometimes I can have a really good brow day with this. And sometimes, like today, I struggle with the tail. So, but I'm still using it every single day because I want to use it and try to see if this is something that I could come to love. So as you can see on this one, the tip is not sharpened because I haven't used this in a while. So in this category, between the brow pencils, if I had to choose between this Fenty or this Rimmel London, will I choose this or that? I definitely would choose Rimmel London over my Fenty Beauty MVP, simply because I like the sharper point and I can work with it and get those brow hairs just the way I like them. And just saying, I already have purchased 2 backups for my Rimmel London. I love it that much. So my next category, let's talk about our color liners, eyeliners. So I have my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil, and this is what it looks like. And it's going to go up against a recent find of mine, which is the Milani, and this just says Stay Put Eyeliner. And this is in the shade Alkaline, the Urban Decay, and then I picked up 3 shades of the Milani. So, will I choose this or that? Well, in this category, as pretty as these are, I definitely would choose the Urban Decay. And the reason for that is because I find that the Urban Decay is much more creamier. Now these are creamy, don't get me wrong, they're creamy, but the Urban Decay is just a little bit more creamier and a little bit more pigmented. So let's do a little swatching. I'm gonna swatch my Urban Decay first. And that's what it looks like. Now, of these 3 pencils, obviously, this is called Picante. This one, the next shade that I have is called Duchess. And this one is Semi-Sweet. So let's go in with Picante. And the thing about the Milani, they also have smudgers on the bottom. And here are the swatches. Now, the reason, again, that I like the Urban Decay is just because it is a little bit more creamier. But also, when the Picante is gorgeous. When I put this middle shade on my eye, it looks just like the, let me make sure I have the names right. The Duchess shade, which is the middle, looks just like the Semi-Sweet. However, this is a purple, but they look just alike. So when I put it on my under eye, sometimes I get them confused. I'm not sure if I'm trying to put on the Semi-Sweet. I can hardly tell it from the Duchess. So again, depending on how I hold it, you can see the variation right here. But you can't really tell that it's really a deep purple, just depending on how you and what kind of light. So I want the purple. If I put that on my under eye, I want it to pop and show up as purple, but it's a little bit muted under the eye, and it's hard to tell that you have a purple on. Excuse me. So for that reason, I do like these still, and they are creamy. I just have to build it up and build it up to let the purple shine through. Whereas with this Urban Decay, it's pigmented right off the bat. So that's why I like that one a little bit more. So in this category of this or that, I definitely choose this Urban Decay over the Milani. And also, while we're talking about Milani, or no, not Milani, but while we're talking about Urban Decay, I also have another Urban Decay, and this is an eyeliner pencil, and it's in the shade Perversion. And I am putting that up against my little, don't y'all laugh, my little Maybelline pencil. I love this pencil. As you can see, again, same story. Urban Decay is very pigmented. And my little Maybelline eye pencil. This is the Urban Decay. And my Maybelline eye pencil is right next to it. Now, in this category of this or that, which one will I choose? Well, I just told you how much I love the Urban Decay in the alkaline shade. However, in this category, I like my Maybelline better. And the reason is I just think that this Urban Decay is very harsh for underneath my under eyes. I am a mature woman of a certain age, and I don't like that bam, really black, deep eyeliner. I like a softer black in my under eye. Look how deep that is. That is just too much for me. And I try to go in with the light hand on this, but this is instant pigment right off the bat. So if I had to choose this or that, no doubt about it, I definitely would choose my Maybelline over my Urban Decay. And once again, girl, I already have a backup. Okay, so what's missing? What have we not talked about? Foundation. Now, I really had a hard time with the foundation. I tried to compare two foundations that were similar as far as finish. And, excuse me, I'm still a little sick, y'all. I tried to choose two foundations that were in my collection that were the most similar. And so when I did that, I came up with my Fenty Beauty. This is shade 420 against my Revlon Color Stay. And this is Cappuccino. So in this category of this or that, I'm telling y'all, this was such a hard category for me because out of any drugstore foundation, not even just drugstore, but I love this Revlon Color Stay. I don't know what it is about it. I'm almost done with the bottle. I am right here. And I didn't bring it out. I've already picked up another one. This is a little too dark. And I picked up another shade that looks to be so much more promising. I mix with this one. But the one that I picked up, I don't have to mix. It could be just maybe a hair lighter, but I'm perfectly content with it. I just love this foundation so much. It says it's a 24-hour wear. Now my Fenty, I love this, but you know what? I don't know where I am in this one, but I think I'm right here in this one. I still have a lot more to go, but I have been using this, but now this one isn't in my stash for this month. So this has taken a back seat until my 2 weeks is up, and maybe I'll start to incorporate this one back. But I really just have a hard time with this. And so when I finally decided which foundation I was going to choose, if it was this or that, I think they both offer superb coverage. The Color Stay actually offers a little bit more coverage than my Fenty. The Fenty has such a nice finish though, and so does my Revlon Color Stay. So they're both long wearing. I don't have to mix with this one, where I have to mix with this one. And so really what it came down for me, because I love everything about both of these, it came down to finding my perfect shade. This Color Stay doesn't have, we all know the Fenty has 40 shades, but they came out with 40 shades. Now they even have more shades. And this one, what made it so hard was because this Revlon doesn't have very many. I don't know if it even has 30 shades, maybe 20. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just had a hard time finding my shade. I had taken 2 of these foundations back because they kept me in the wrong shade. Finally, I settled on this one, and I had to mix, and now I have another one that fits me much better, but it's just a hair too dark. This Fenty is perfect right off the bat. Now, so for that and that alone, I think I would choose this over that, only because, like I said, I love both of them equally. But because I don't have to mix with this one, I found my perfect shade right off the bat. And again, with this one, I just mix with this one. It's a hard decision, but I would definitely give it to my Fenty for it, just being the perfect shade and coming out with so many shade ranges for all skin tones. So Revlon Color Stay, I love you so much, but you have to come out with some more shades. So I would choose my Fenty over my Revlon Color Stay in this category. So I think I have compared almost all my products. I have one more. So in my final category, let's talk about blush. I have my Black Radiance blush in the shade Warm Berry. And I have my Becca blush in the shade Nightingale. So let's see what they look like. And both of them are actually very beautiful. So, in the area of blush, will I choose this or that? Well, guys, in this category, there's no doubt about it. I definitely would choose my Becca blush over my Black Radiance. And the reason for that is that this Becca blush is very pigmented right off the bat. I just tap, 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 put it on, instant pigmentation. It doesn't fade. It wears very well, and it's just a beautiful blush. And the packaging, again, we're not talking about the packaging, but it does come with the mirror. This Black Radiance blush is not as pigmented as my Becca. And the thing that really turns me off the most about the Black Radiance blush is that you use it a couple of times and it develops hard pan. I'm constantly having to take my spoolie and scrape the top surface off to get more pigmentation, and then it wears a couple more times and then I have hard pan on it. And I have noticed that with both of my Black Radiance blushes. I have two, and both of them do the same thing. And I'm constantly having to take a spoolie and scrape off the top layer to get rid of the hard pan so I can have some more pigmentation. And for that alone, because I'm ending up wasting a lot of product, even though these are not expensive blushes, I still don't want to waste the product. So because of that, because they're not long wearing, and because I'm constantly scraping the product just to get color payoff, if I had to choose between this or that, I definitely would choose my Becca blush over my Black Radiance. So that concludes the video, guys. Let's see how we did. So between blushes, did I choose this or that? Drugstore or high-end? I definitely chose my high-end in this one. My foundations, did I choose this or that? In this category, which was very hard again, I definitely chose my Fenty Beauty, my high-end, over my Drugstore. In the category of face primers, did I choose this or that? Did I choose my Too Faced Primed and Peachy, or did I choose my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer? The win definitely went to my Too Faced over my Wet n Wild. In the category of face wash, did I choose this or that? Again, I chose the Origins Checks and Balances over my Clean and Clear Deep Action Cream Cleanser. This or that, Origins gets the win. In the category of concealers, did I choose my Laura Mercier over my Ulta Beauty? Did I choose this or that? In this category, you got it. Laura Mercier gets the win. And in my category of eyebrow tint, I have my Brow Wow by e.l.f. and I also have my Brow Gal. Did I choose this or that? In this category, I chose the Brow Wow, my Drugstore, over my high-end. In the category of mascara, did I choose this or that? I have my Drugstore Colossal by Maybelline and my Tarte Big Ego. I chose my high-end over my Drugstore. I chose my Tarte. And in the category of eyebrow pencils, did I choose my Fenty Beauty over my Rimmel London? Did I choose this or that? In this category, Drugstore gets the win. I hope I'm not getting these mixed up. Okay, in the category of eyeliners, I have my Urban Decay and my Maybelline pencil. Did I choose this or that? In this category, I definitely chose my Maybelline. Now in the category of color eyeliners, did I choose this or that? I have my Milani versus my Urban Decay. In this category, guys, I definitely give it to my high-end, my Urban Decay. And is that it? Did I cover everything? Yes. So let's tally everything up and see how we did. Video, it looks like our high-end beat out our drugstore. So it's all right because it just depends on what you gravitate towards and what you can afford and what you think is worth the money. Again, drugstore for me won out in part 1, and in part 2, high-end won out. And I'm very happy with the choices that I made and the purchases that I made. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And remember, you're always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you prefer more drugstore products over high-end, or if you prefer more high-end over drugstore. Do you prefer this or that? Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Bye.